Dr. David R. Hawkins says that spiritual evolution occurs as a result of removing obstacles and not actually acquiring anything new. And there's a perfect story to illustrate this point. In ancient Thailand, there stood this giant golden statue of the Buddha in the midst of a temple. And the monks caught word of the fact that invading armies were going to come through. And so they devised this plan to protect the statue, whereby they were going to cover the statue over with layers of mud and clay so that it would appear to be an ordinary, unimpressive statue of the Buddha. Sure enough, the invading armies come through and they leave the statue alone because it didn't seem like anything too valuable. So years pass and all of the monks that devised the plan either died or moved on. But there was one monk at the temple that saw a crack starting to form in the statue and noticed that there was gold in between the crack. So what happened is that when they ended up removing the layers of mud and clay, there it was, this golden statue of the Buddha that was always there, shining forth once again. So what can we get from this story? So first of all, understand that even though that statue appeared to be an unimpressive mud clay statue of Buddha, it was always a golden statue at its core. Similarly, we are actually divinity at our core. Just like the monks in the story try to protect the statue by covering it over with layers of mud and clay, we end up taking on the covering of social conditioning that ends up obscuring the divinity and the uniqueness within us. So if we look at ourselves and we just see ourselves as unimpressive, then it's not a matter of adding gold on top of who we are in order to become the golden Buddha again. But it's a matter of realizing that the golden Buddha is already inside of us, and what we need to do is just remove the layers of social conditioning that obscure us from realizing our true potential, from shining forth as the beacons of light that we already are and have always been.